I've always had a soft spot for a good hardtail, and today I want to talk to you about an electrified machine that's become one of Specialized's best-selling bikes. I'm talking about the TurboTero 3.0, an e-bike we looked at a while back, but the version in front of us today is the latest one, and it's honestly more tempting than ever. When this bike first launched, it carried a price tag of around $2,750, but right now you can find it for a clean $2,000, or about €1,760. That alone makes it worth a closer look, especially if you're shopping for a new e-bike and want something versatile without blowing your budget. Specialized designed the TurboTero 3.0 with exploration in mind, and you can see that philosophy baked right into the frame. This isn't just a traditional hardtail shape. There are some design cues pulled from other cycling disciplines that help make the bike more comfortable and capable over longer rides and mixed terrain. One thing you'll notice at the back of the bike is the drop seat stay design, where the seat stay connects lower on the seat tube instead of meeting the top tube. You usually see this on gravel bikes, and the idea here is to add a bit of compliance. In real terms, that means the rear of the bike should feel slightly softer and more forgiving than a classic hardtail. If you want to take comfort even further, swapping in a carbon seat post or a suspension seat post could make a noticeable difference. Up front, the TurboTero 3.0 does come with suspension, but it's important to keep expectations realistic at this price point. You're getting an SR Suntour XCM32 fork with up to 110 millimeters of travel and a lockout. It's basic, but it gets the job done, and that lockout is actually pretty handy if you're cruising around town or riding smoother paths. Tires play a huge role in comfort too, and Specialized made a solid choice here. The bike rolls on 29-inch wheels with 2.3 5-inch wide tires. That gives you a nice balance of grip, rollover capability, and a bit of built-in cushioning without feeling sluggish. A little experimenting with tire pressure can go a long way in dialing in how the bike feels. Another frame detail I really like is the way the top tube slopes down toward the seat tube. It makes getting on and off the bike easier, gives you more room to move around while riding, and adds a bit of peace of mind if you ever have to bail or dab a foot quickly. Specialized also went all in on mounting options. You'll find mounts on the down tube, the top tube, and even the seat stays, which turns this bike into a legit adventure and cargo platform. Whether you're strapping on bags for an overnight trip or loading it up for errands, the TurboTero 3.0 can handle it, as long as you stay within the recommended weight limits. When it comes to the electronics, Specialized kept everything in-house. The bike is powered by their 2.0e motor, putting out up to 50 Newton-meters of torque and running at 250 watts. It's not the most powerful motor out there, but that's kind of the point. It delivers a smooth, natural ride that feels more like riding a bike and less like hanging onto a rocket. The battery is also a Specialized unit, neatly integrated into the down tube, with a capacity of 530 watt-hours. According to Specialized, you can get up to 68 miles or 110 kilometers in eco mode on a full charge, which is seriously impressive for an e-bike at this price. The drivetrain is probably the area with the most room for upgrades. Out of the box, you get a Shimano Alivio setup with 9 speeds and an 11 to 36 tooth cassette. It works fine, but if you're picky or plan to push the bike harder, this is one area you might eventually want to improve. Once everything is said and done, including the hydraulic disc brakes with 180mm rotors and mostly in-house components, the TurboTero 3.0 tips the scales at about 23 kilos, or 51 pounds, in a size medium. I could keep talking about this bike all day, but at the end of the day, the only real way to know if it's right for you is to ride one. Find a local Specialized dealer, take it for a spin around the lot or on a short test ride, and see how it feels. Just don't be surprised if you end up walking back in with a big smile and a brand new bike on order.